Okay, so it seems as though trying to talk about the Matrix to people in the Matrix is like just talking to a brick wall. Uh, so I've worked out some stuff about it. Right, it's all quite obvious, really. Like the Matrix, um, it's the womb. It means the womb, right? Now the womb on the tree of life is the sphere of foundation, right? It's the beginning of the astral plane, and it's the foundation. So it's the foundation of the tree of life. Um, it doesn't look right on the tree because you'd think the foundation would be at the bottom of the tree, whereas really, in a sense, the kingdom is at like the physical plane is at the bottom. But another way of looking at it is that the kingdom, the physical plane, is the top of the tree. In which case, why would you have the foundation directly underneath it? I mean, what's underneath the foundation? Why is there all this other stuff underneath the foundation, or why isn't the foundation at the bottom? It doesn't seem to make sense. Um, yeah, so that's something to bear in mind. The tree of life doesn't actually make sense anyway. Unless you think of it in terms of like the foundation being the womb, where we're born from, like the birth of things. Anyway, so yeah, the womb it corresponds to the foundation sphere and the astral plane. Now, the astral or emotional plane is the first three spheres above um, the physical plane, which will be the foundation sphere, the sphere of reason, or Mercury, and the sphere of Venus. Um, but they're all corresponding to, below the navel. Um, whereas in the heart center, you've got your the mental plane coming up to the mental planes, the heart center, the three spheres in the heart center. Then you're coming out of the astral plane into the mental plane. Um, I think this is really what it means to get out of the matrix. People have been trained to live in the matrix, like in the astral plane, so that everything that they do has got feelings attached to it. That your consciousness is all got emotions attached to every little piece of consciousness. Um, and they're like little vehicles that people inside the matrix travel around in. They're programs. Emotions are programs. They're like little bits of software. They've got a code. Each emotion's got a code. It's a series of ones and zeros. A love and hate and hate and hate and love and love and love and hate and love and love and hate. Or fear, or however you want to look at it. Um, yeah, so getting out into above that, into the mental plane, you put aside the emotions, you get off of the vehicle of the emotions, and you can get outside of the matrix, and then you see things inside the matrix as things that have got codes, that have got like programs running them, and that's why you can like go up against Agent Smith, manipulate the matrix, see it for what it is. When you're inside the matrix, when everything that you do and think has got a code along with it, you can't know what you're doing. You can't be conscious. You can't get outside of the matrix whilst you're in the matrix. You have to, get off of it, get outside of it, which means leaving behind all those feelings, which people become addicted to, and you know, not just become addicted to. They don't see that there's anything outside of that. They can become so embedded in the matrix, in those emotions and feelings, that they can't conceive of anything that exists outside of those feelings. Everything's got to have a feeling that corresponds to it. You see, in the matrix. So when you get outside of the matrix, you put aside all those feelings and emotions, and I think that's what people are terrified of. It's so frightening because they're used to having all those feelings, those emotions, all the time running, because they're like, they're chemicals in your blood. So when you stop dealing with them, you switch them off, it can seem like you're on your own, um, and everything's desolate. But it's not like that at all. It's just they're just emotions. They're just feelings. You don't have to be, swimming in them all the time to be. Well, it doesn't. They're meaningless once you get out of the matrix. They just seem. It's like it's a big joke. You can't understand why you spent so much time in there and why you took it all so seriously. Well, I can't anyway. But still, I still watch everyone else in there, and they're predictable, and they're like they're running programs, and I just wonder what the people are doing. That you don't realise how vacant you are, how non-existent you are. You know, you're not conscious if you're just running the matrix programs, i.e., yeah. There's no explaining it to you people. You expect there to be a feeling to go along with this. You have to react to what I'm saying. You have to sort of either criticise it or put some emotion, attach an emotion to it, which is not thinking. It's not, you know, understanding. It's not clearly seeing what's going on. It's not hearing what I'm saying. It's just trying to attach an emotion and a feeling that you can sort of like stick a label on what I'm saying and like, we'll call this one good, or we'll call it bad, or so if I'm trying to talk about something different to what those labels say, those good or bad labels say, you can't hear what I'm saying. So I might as well stop here.